I've been around a long time, 30 plus years, and it was a challenge starting up trying to find a reputable company or companies to get reputable leads from that you could use for telemarketing purposes, outbound calls, and mailings. And we had a lot of challenges early on until we found a company like Salesgenie that we could integrate with other things that we were doing in the agencies.
It starts with having the really good data and clean data. What I noticed right off the bat was I'm not getting a lot of return mail, which is always the first good sign. When we're talking to the people, it's really important that if I send a quote for a Honda Accord, that they own a Honda Accord. So right off the bat, getting some of the information back, getting phone calls from those quotes, we were able to identify that the data that we received from Salesgenie was spot on.
Currently, in the last year, we started to use some of the automobile data from Salesgenie. Nice thing about it is that it works together with what we do through CoBurst, and so it makes it a nice, even process, and our results so far have been very good with the automobile data.
I didn't really know of any tools before Salesgenie that did what Salesgenie does. I wasn't actually focused that way in terms of marketing. So for me, it opened up my eyes to a new way to target areas by zip codes and areas I've been looking to get at for some time.
So we use Salesgenie because it's easy. They're reputable leads. They have a lot of great filters that we've been able to use over the last few years. When you have startup agencies, it's really important that you have the right number of people in your agency and you have to get the right amount of leads into that agency. So we do a number of things to get business in those startup agencies. A lot of mailings and a lot of telemarketing. And to do those two things, you have to have a big number of leads in a monthly period. And Salesgenie has been great about helping us find those leads, the right filters, so that they're the right leads to be calling on and to be mailing to.
They really built out what I needed, and you leave it in there, and every time you go, you just change out a couple pieces of data, like the month and things like that. So it's very, very easy, very user-friendly. I've had some turnover in staff and brought someone on, and they pick it up in day one. I mean, they're on it, it's that easy. So that's huge.
The range of what you can do with Salesgenie is just, there's a ton of things you can do. We talk a lot these days about pulling auto data too, and then if you wanted to do any commercial. So probably what I'd have to say is really great about Salesgenie is the breadth of what you can do. There's just so much data you can get out there, and it's available for you with a monthly subscription. So it's really just what you want to do today.
Salesgenie is a good way to start to put together your list to get the leads that you need for those outbound calls, for the mailings that'll cause inbound calls.
The first thing I'd say is don't wait to learn about all the different opportunities like Salesgenie, because if I had known about it sooner, I probably could have targeted markets a little bit more appropriately then. So, and learn all the features and benefits of the product, because as I understand, there's a lot more to it than I know. My staff knows more about it, and they're always telling me the things that they want to do with it.
I would tell you that a third of our business comes from the leads that we get through Salesgenie that we use for our mailings and for our telemarketing. There isn't anything that we do that brings us the results that doing those two things in the agency do for us.